Welcome back. This is 9:19 on a lovely Wednesday morning, the 28th of May 2025. So we are going to be talking generally about the halftime, if you like, or midterm in other climes across Nigeria for those of them who took over power in 2023. The president is 2 years in office tomorrow, and we're going to be looking at how far he has come, especially as it concerns his policies, how it's working. Asim Adams is a legal practitioner and a public affairs analyst. He is in Port Harcourt this morning via the Zoom platform. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Morning to you. Good morning, Nigerians.
All right, Asim, what's your immediate assessment of this current administration, especially as it concerns its economic policies? Because, I mean, that is the one that speaks direct to the lives of the people of this country.
Well, my first take on this is that the ship of the Nigerian state has all the infamous capacities and possibilities of battle in the disastrous and pestilential aqua. That is almost going for a shipwreck. In Nigeria, went to be a ship. From 29 May 2023 till today, it has been agony and agonizing for many Nigerians. It's been a turbulent, pestilential times that reminds us of the time in the biblical Egypt, where pestilence, the Egyptians had to suffer, I mean the Israelites had to suffer unnecessarily because of the hardened heart of Pharaoh. So Nigeria has been a ship that is drifting towards wreck. Unfortunately, there is no one that is trying to steer me back to direction. It's rudderless. So that is the first thing. Then, on the economic front, which is the most important, I have subscribed and have asked that every Nigerian leader that wants to become a political leader and want to contest for an office must have to go and read chapter 2. Must. They should make it mandatory that they have to school them for 6 months for them to go through chapter 2 of the 1999 Constitution and for them to know the importance of chapter 2. Chapter 2 encompasses chapter 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And the most novel and fundamental of chapter 2 is section 14, sub 2B, that talks about the welfare and security of the Nigerian people. Welfare and security. That is, if you are forming government at any level, you must have to subscribe yourself, koto, and at the same time, digest section 14 sub 2B. That says security and welfare of the people. That is the reason why you are in government. President Tinubu is in government not because of his family. He's in government because of section 14 sub 2B, the welfare and security of Nigerians. He's not in power because of APC and his cronies. It's not because he's not in power because he believes and the local is my turn. No, your turn, yes, but you have to do something. Now, can I shock you? And what I want to tell you is this. The economic directives of section 16 of the 1999 Constitution, you go to section 16 sub 2C. What is talking about? He's saying that the president, the governor, the local government chairman, or any person in power of authority to govern Nigerians must think and control the economy to the happiness, the constitution use the word happiness. So if you are a president, you are a governor, you are a local government chairman, and the people are not happy with your economic reforms, it means you have failed. So that is the situation. Economically speaking, the government at all levels, let me be fair to the presidency, I want to say the government at all levels have failed Nigerians. Economic policies are rudderless. Economic policies are voodoo types. Economic policies of the government at all levels are punitive and anti-people. Economic policies of the government at all levels also are aimed at emasculating and subjugating and haranguing the public. So that is just my first take at this point in time.
All right. I mean, you have really enumerated a few things that this government has fallen short of. Do you think maybe we're in the path of growth, we're in the path of development? Like they always say, that if you want to do something right, you just have to go the path that people haven't gone, and so as you can open more vistas of growth and development. Do you think that is where this government is going, irrespective of the fact that they started under the APC umbrella since 2015?
I do not even know where this government is going. That's why I use the word pestilential. I do not know exactly where they are going economic wise. The reason is because of the fact that in the history of nations and inaugurations, a president was sworn in, and 30 seconds after he was sworn in, he gave an anti-people bombshell to say that subsidy is gone. And in Nestorian braggadocio, he didn't even do it to say, let him be civil about it. He was so Nestorian, he was so brave, he was so unconscionably brave, let me use the word, that subsidy is gone. Immediately, the president made that allusion. I am telling you that the prices of commodities in the next 30 seconds rose to an astronomical height. The price of foodstuff beyond the reach of the common man. Even myself, I used to like a local delicacy they call fufu. I can even buy it right now. If I want to take two wraps of my favorite fufu, I must hold at least 1,500 naira. Something I used to buy for 200 naira 2 years ago. Is it Gary? Is it palm oil? Is it house rent? For you to rent a one-bedroom apartment right now anywhere in Nigeria, you must have to own at least 1.5 million naira. Is it transportation? So, with all these inhibiting factors, with due respect to them, I do not know where this particular government and its economic trends are going to.
A whole lot of persons have said that, well, you wouldn't really blame the president because as at the time that he took over office, there was no country that was ready to, lend us monies anymore because our debt to GDP was nothing to write home about, and the only decisions that he would take at that time was to remove subsidy in order to show the international community that basically he has the capacity, to run a government run like a business. So the removal of first subsidy, like three other presidential candidates or the two other presidential candidates apart from him also mentioned they were going to remove it. So it was the right thing to do, but again, how it's done is exactly how Nigerians or many Nigerians have also spoken that it wasn't good for the common man, because right now where we are in terms of poverty is worse than when he took over office. Things have become worse than they were, I remember that I bought a penta of Gary in 2023, just before he came into power, for as little as over 600 to 800 naira, just like Asim was saying earlier. But now a penta of Gary cannot be seen anywhere for anything less than 2,800 to 3,000 naira. So it depends on the place that you're buying from. So transportation is also factored in that cost of production, because as soon as you remove fuel subsidy, everybody factors in transportation in their cost of production. So it just basically affects everything. So it is part of what has made things difficult, worse than what they were. And nobody knows when there's going to be some sort of stability in terms of pricing, because we've seen prices of things go back and forth, in the last 1 year. But we're back after the short break. Just stay with us.
Signature TV. News in your pocket.